everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Aphrodite, aka Madam Suave. If you are new here, I would like to welcome you to the community. Be sure to check the description box below and like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. Remember that energy is timeless and fluid. This could be past, present, or future energy. Flip roles if they need to be reversed, and only take what resonates, leaving the rest for what it's meant for. Today's message does contain specific advice, okay? So please, like I said, only take what resonates and leave the rest. Starting out, we're kind of going to piggyback off of, or not piggyback, but it's kind of almost a continuation of yesterday's reading. So I was getting more energy that was coming in, okay? I don't remember exactly what I was doing, but I do oftentimes get distracted very easily. So, I was walking to go do something, and all of a sudden I started doing old drills, okay? Started doing old drills, and then at some point, I started hearing the Amy Winehouse song in my head, and then I started to dance, okay? So what I'm picking up on is, and like I said, this could either be you, or you may be a friend or a family member of someone who, may be going through some changes, okay? So kind of just put it how it needs to go for you, all right? You could be facing new limitations. Your gears are still programmed to perform old functions. So this is from habitual practice. Having a hard time separating the neural from the physical. So you could be someone who is very highly active. I was specifically picking up on football or track and field, as well as dancer, contemporary jazz, or ballet. It doesn't have to be, but that is the energy that I was getting, okay? So the reason it is so hard separating the neural from the physical is because of muscle memory, okay? Still living in memories and grieving, as well as processing change. And it's kind of like waiting for that period to close out before you or they can begin to refocus themselves on managing and learning new motor skills or a way of being. So kind of like adjusting, okay? Adjusting to a new life, limited function. The mind believes because it knows what it was once capable of doing, but connection to the muscle has been severed, okay? You know the saying, it's hard to break old habits. It's kind of like that is the energy that I'm picking up on, okay? Hard to break old habits, hard to it's hard to change what is already like built in a way, okay? It's almost like switching out the motor or the engine or the transmission of a car, okay, and kind of like swapping it. For someone who is, maybe a permanent sleep, where it is permanent, is that nothing is linking the mind to the body, okay? Nothing is linking the mind to the body. And now that is only for some, okay? So this is like an identity shift, relearning who they are without what they know. For some of you, you could be going through physical therapy. Like I said, it was told that, you would be able to recover movement, etc., or that you would regain full function of the body, okay? So you could be going to physical therapy, spinal alignments, as well as practicing posture, okay, because the spine is linked to the brain, as well as neck and head exercises. So like I said, this is for non-permanent paralyzation, depending on nerve damage, as well as amputee, okay? Also leg and hip stretches, just to like keep active, keep them warm and active, okay? Blood flow. This requires balance in the mind and heart, so written in the will, not simply desire. So for some, both the love and light is gone. It's only negative thoughts that are taking precedence in the mind. Pathology is significant here, okay? It is giving Cooper Adams. So this is because of judgment or a final judgment that has been made, experiencing multiple problems, never-ending trap meant to end in death. And what I was picking up on, this is kind of like the chemical fire that I was talking about, right? Because chemical fires, usually they cause a lot of health problems, and that's kind of what's happening. It's like one thing is spiraling into another, into another, into another, into another, okay? Like I said, a never-ending trap, okay, meant to end in death. So this could be all over the body and within the body. The mind is gone, which affects muscular systems, so not able to recover that connection and link. They may also be unable to feel how bad something is in the body, okay, due to maybe not being able to like fully feel. I was also picking up on blood and oxygen, okay? So there could have been some sort of a head force trauma, or someone was without oxygen for too long. Someone may be experiencing erectile dysfunction or loss of feeling, as well as complications or sickness within the sexual organs or lower parts of the body, okay? For some of you, this could also be due to sexual abuse. I'm also picking up on multiple sclerosis and memory loss. So this could be partial or temporary. But basically, it's almost like they are a baby again, okay? It's like a baby trying to relearn life, brand new to everything. Either you're already doing this, or this may be helpful, okay? Shock therapy or acupuncture, specifically for the feet and ankles, okay? So this may help to restore memory. Acupuncture light therapy, okay? For others of you, you are redefining yourself outside of partnerships to see what it is that you truly want in this life. So you could be going on a solo journey at this time, kind of just like venturing out by yourself, visiting family for a while, or getting away from the comfort of your family and spreading your wings. Maybe you have, some sort of disability, and you have been kind of codependence on your family for a long time, and maybe you are finally kind of branching out, okay, is one energy that I was getting. Or for some of you, maybe you have just been under the wing of your family for a while and you are kind of spreading your wings, okay. You're also having a lot of self-realization and clarity, entering a state of bliss. So you may have gone through a period where maybe, you know, you kind of did, you know, cut a lot of people out of your life, but this could be for, you know, reasons that you felt were necessary. So it's not that you were just cutting everyone out, okay, and you decided to kind of, like I said, venture off. And maybe at first that you thought it was going to be hard, you thought it was going to be difficult, or you didn't really know what to expect, but it's kind of been one of the best things for you. A lot of you are also realizing, you know, ways where, you know, you could do better or where you may have gone wrong, and you are kind of putting in that work to discover the best you, uncover the best you. You are kind of understanding who you are and all the greatness that you have within you outside of these people, okay, who may have made you feel, you know, worthless or less than, or just kind of like blinding you to yourself, okay, kind of blinding you to yourself. Like I said, a lot of you, you know, may have been living in the shadow of someone else or hiding behind other people, or, you know, so maybe you are, like I said, you know, finding your voice, finding your own passions, okay. Your skin may have gotten better after leaving stressful or harmful situations. You may have been manipulated into believing you wanted things from love bombing or guilt tripping. So when I say that you may have been manipulated, this is like people who are, you know, it's almost like you having this gut feeling of something that you don't want, something that you don't want to be in. Maybe people constantly kind of like manipulated you into like feeling that you did want those things, or maybe you were around someone or people, okay, and it was like constant, okay, constantly around someone or people, and it was almost like you could never like think for yourself or by yourself, or you never had, you know, that time to kind of like reflect alone, okay, just to kind of sit quiet with your own thoughts. Maybe that is also something here as well. But yeah, when I say like, you know, having someone kind of manipulate you, it's like it's almost like they're trying to make you feel a different way other than what you feel, like trying to tell you, oh no, you know, this is actually what you feel. It's like planting little seeds and thoughts, kind of trying to like trick you out of what you know within you, okay. It's kind of what I'm picking up on. But so this is like transferring blame or accountability as well. But you have someone who is feeling stuck and foolish because you hold within you a lot of answers, but they are unable to apply any of it. They are unable to apply any of it, or it simply is not helpful due to their situation. This is someone who just takes yet gives no support or acknowledgement. You may have tried to help them and they abused this, or they didn't take the advice when you tried and they reached a point of no return. So all they can do is watch as you pursue everything you want and enjoy life, and they are very angry and triggered. So it's like they are sending evil eye with the audacity to have their hands out, but you have nothing to offer them except for nunchucks and wind pies, okay? This could also be someone who is locked up and you are free. So I was hearing do the crime, pay the time, okay? So I don't know like what's going on with that. This could have been like a friend of yours who maybe went down for something. Maybe, you know, you kept your head on straight and you tried to help this person and they ended up going down a different road than you, a different path than you. So like I said, some of you were holding on to some sort of guilt, but you do not need to feel guilty for doing the right thing, okay? Doing the right thing and doing what you needed to do in this life, okay? So continue to live for you. Someone tried to trap you with a baby, but it didn't survive or wasn't yours. Something like you realized that the timeline was off or something wasn't adding up, okay? Texas, Tennessee, Detroit, Las Vegas, as well as just Nevada and general. Santo Domingo is significant. I was also hearing STD Lord, so I don't know, like maybe someone is just constantly, you know, spreading things around, all right? Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus is significant, as well as Denver. August, year 88 or 82. Someone could also be 28 years old. Initial D, the 25th, 22nd, 20th, and the 2nd. October is significant. Someone may have sold a car recently. I was getting GT or something about a Volt, okay? Volt, like Chevy Volt, okay? Someone may have drowned. I don't know if, you know, maybe you are the one who drowned or you know someone who drowned, and maybe they may have been revived, they may not have been revived, but I'm kind of getting, like I said, someone who went without oxygen for too long. Okay, so maybe someone drowned and were revived, but they had damage due to going too long without oxygen, okay? Someone may have torn a muscle or ligament. Longhorns is significant, as well as someone may have Down syndrome. Someone also has lost control, okay? Someone has lost control, out of control. Someone may play slot machines, okay? So maybe this could have been someone lost control as far as gambling, okay? Boston Red Sox is significant, as well as Lose Control by Teddy Swims. Someone may be British or Irish, from the Southwest, Sweden. Someone thought something was a charade or a joke, missed all of the warning signs and lights, and they showed up unprepared and got an unpleasant surprise. So something has worsened or got worse, experiencing the worst pain of their life. And this is what they thought, that the worst was over, okay? They thought that the worst had come and was already over, but the worst is coming, okay? So it's not the worst is yet to come. The worst is coming and it is here. So they messed with the wrong one, okay? And that's what they get for playing with the divine. 222 is significance as well as Cancer, okay? But someone's time is nearing. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that something in this message was useful and helpful to you. If you enjoy my channel, my content, my energy, etc., I do ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. And I'll see you guys on next time. Love you all. Bye.